Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to convert transfer function into poles and zeros and poles and zeros into transfer function by using the MATLAB program. Already we know that in MATLAB program, main workspace and command history, command window. We can execute the commands in command window, and also we can write the programs in new scripts files. So actually in command window we can't save the program, so we are using the new script file. So to write the program in MATLAB, first of all you have to take the new script file. In new script file we can write the program. So here our program is the transfer function into poles and zeros. So for this already I have written the program. So numerator is equal to input. Enter the numerator of the transfer function. So in first command I am going to enter the numerator of the transfer function. Already we know the transfer function is we are writing in terms of input and output, that is numerator and denominator, output by input. So for this conversion I am using the syntax transfer function to zeros and poles. So here we got the final output poles and zeros in numerator and denominator. So for this, first of all already so to run this program I am going to press the run button. So in command window it is asking enter the numerator of the transfer function. Here I am going to enter the numerator of the transfer function. One and 2. So to enter this numerator of the transfer function I am going to enter the quotients of the numerator of transfer function. Those are 1, 2, 0. And next enter the denominator of the transfer function. For that I am going to enter the denominator transfer function quotients 1, 5, 11 and 5. So to differentiate this each values I am going to use the space bar. So when I am entering this numerator and denominator it is showing the zeros. So for zeros I am taking the variable z, for poles p, and for gain value I am choose the k variable. So here I got the zeros, 0 minus 2, and for poles, so here I got the complex numbers, and gain I got the 1. So like that we can convert the transfer function into poles and zeros by using this MATLAB program. Similarly we can convert these poles and zeros into the transfer function. So for that to write this command again we have to go to the script file. So in script file here I am going to take the input variables are the zeros z, and for poles p, and for gain value k. So for this I am using these 3 variables for zeros, poles and gain, and to get the final output as the numerator and denominator of the transfer function. So for this here I am written that syntax zeros and poles to zp to transfer function, and the transfer function is finally becomes as a numerator and denominator. Now we'll see how we'll get the output. So now I am going to executing this program. So in command window it is asking enter zeros. So now I am going to enter the zeros as 0. So to differentiate these columns I am going to use the semicolon, minus 2, and next enter poles. For poles so Here I am going to verify the same transfer function I am using to convert into the poles and zeros to transfer function. That's why I am taking the same the previous program output as an input. So and gain value is 1. See the output. Answer is find our transfer function is the s square plus 2s pi s cube plus 5s square plus 11s plus 5. So like that we can convert the poles and zeros into transfer function and transfer function to the poles and zeros by using this MATLAB programming. It is very easy. Thank you for listening.